Guys, hi. This is a long overdue video, but like you guys, I've been wanting to do this video like for the past 1 week. So I'm going to do it before it um like the idea lets off like goes off my head, because I was like, so many people have been asking la la la. But anyway, guys, today we are doing a different video. I'm not going to do a normal a day in my life vlog. This video is gonna come early. Like, I have a video coming soon, but like this video is gonna come early. So guys, today I'm doing a video on how to come to China, or how I came to China the first time and then the second time. So I wrote everything down on my iPad, so give me 1 minute, I charge it and turn it on. About moving to China as a Kenyan, or anywhere. Let me break it down exactly what you need to do. Getting your passport from all the way to actually arriving in China, because my first move to China was different from my second. So first things first, you have to have a passport, of course. Make sure you have a passport, your passport is valid. You can apply your passport depending on which audience is watching this video. You can apply a passport from like whatever country. So the first time I ever came to China was on a business visa, and I'm going to break that down for you. A business visa is the M visa, and the first time I came to China, Hope, I actually asked Hope, and she sent me a little like things that I needed to know, but I don't know if I still have the charts. Like, she sent me like so many things that I needed to know about it. I used her agent. For those who are in Kenya and need the agent number, I'm going to link them down below. Oh shit, I think I deleted stuff. But yeah, you need bank statement, a passport, a business letter, an invitation letter, and I think she sent me something like you need to like, oh, her she came with tourist visa, but me, I personally, I came with like my business visa. So my process was like pretty simple. I didn't like go through the bank statement and all of that. I had an agent, because I was like, normally I don't use agent, but in this case I had to use an agent. So I had an agent who helped me with like all the processes, and I had to get my passport. I had to fill some forms, and I think that's that, because the agent basically did everything, and it costed me like around, for everything it costed me like around 35k for my agent. That was the first time I came to China. And normally, for the first time, if like your visa gets approved and all that, obviously you have to book your flights and plan and book a hotel in advance, and have to book a return flight, because sometimes they're going to give you a 30-day visa, like 1 month, and you can only enter once. So by this I mean, like, you can only enter, let me use my mic. You guys now can hear me clearly because I'm using my mic. So by this, you can only enter like the first time you can only enter once, because they've only given you like a 30 days entry visa. Like, a 30-day entry means like you can only enter once, and when you exit you cannot go back, even though you've not finished. Even if you come for 10 days, you enter and then you decide maybe to go to Hong Kong, you cannot come back to China. The moment they put that exit stamp, that's it, you cannot come to China. That visa is not valid anymore to like come back in China, even if it was supposed to expire in I don't know what time. Like, because they give you a period of 3 months before you travel. They don't just give you a visa and they tell you that you're supposed to travel next week or next month. They give you a period of 3 months. So you can travel. Maybe let's say, for example, for the first time, I got my visa in October. Was it in October? Yes, during the Canton Fair. But I didn't travel around the Canton Fair. I had like October, November, December, January to travel. Like, you can travel between all those months as long as you use your 30-day entry. Well, so that's the first thing like I did. That's the first time I came to China on an M visa. And yeah, I think most people confuse the M visa. There's different types of visa. The study visa, The study visa is the X1 and the X2 visa, and the tourist visa is the L visa. A work visa is the Z visa. So I'm going to explain the X1 visa and the X2 visa before I go to like what I actually came with my second visa. So then my first time I came to here, I've told you that second time. Now this is the second time like I'm in China, and I came as a student. So basically, I had to go through the university and the visa process. Exactly. So now, if you're coming to China on business, please, I beg you to do your research. Please don't just like go to TikTok. I did my research before I came to China. I did my research so well. Like I had to like go on TikTok, do what. I had to like note down what apps I'm supposed to download, blah 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 blah. And one thing people don't put their attention on is proof of funds. Guys, please work on your proof of funds because it's going to help you, like not even right now, even when you travel to other countries. So anyway, to the next thing. Okay, so if you're coming to study, first you need to find a school, of course, and then you need to research about the university that you're coming to. What are you coming to do in China, like language or undergraduate or masters? You need to like get on that. I'm going to talk about scholarships on my other video, so I'm not going to bring it in this video. You need to research about the university, the language schools. You need to apply, receive your admission. When you normally, the first time you receive your admission, you receive a pre-admission letter. So if you are planning to study in China, just notice you're going to pay a deposit after getting your pre-admission letter so that you get your admission letter. So once you've received your admission notice, the school will start processing your JW. A JW is a permission to, like, the Ministry of Education has guaranteed you permission to study in China. So there are usually two JW, JW201 and JW202. It depends. There's long-term study and short-term study, because there are people who study 6 months and there are people who study 1 year and then they choose to extend their visas. So I got the J201. That's the long-term visa. Okay, the bank statement. You don't need 3 million, 4 million. Again, I am not an immigration officer. I am not an immigration expert, so I'm not going to like talk more about the bank statement. But according to me, the bank statement that I used for my study, and even the first time that I used for my business visa, was like, for the past 6 months, you have to have like 1.3 million. If you want to come to study in China or come to do business, you have to have a bank statement. So the requirements depend. Maybe for tourists is different. I've never come to China on tourist visa. I've only come to China on business visa and on a student visa. So yeah. So once you've gotten all that, like you've applied, you have your passport, you've applied, maybe you've gotten your admission. Obviously, your checklist has to be your recent bank statements, like your proof of funds. Like sometimes they usually tell you the embassy in my country, they're like the visa consultant. They usually tell you, they book for you an appointment to like the Chinese embassy. And yeah, I went for my interview, and they had to review my bank statements, everything on my JW, my admission letter, like literally everything. But I used an agent. Remember, for my bank statement, my agent helped me like do all this process, because I felt like all this process for China, I feel like it's like such a lot of work. But if you can do it, you can. So if you have a scholarship letter, you have to take it to the embassy with you, and tuition payment receipt if you have, and sponsored document if someone is financing you. So you have to prepare everything. That is when they tell you they've scheduled you for an interview. Remember, you've already applied for a visa, so they are scheduling you for an interview. For the X1 visa documents, passport, obviously you need a photocopy, visa application form, passport photo, admission notice, the JW depending on your time of study, financial documents, and other documents if they ask you, because sometimes they ask for more documents. Then now after you've done everything, you're waiting for, they usually call you, no, they usually tell them to call you, like they tell you when your nini will be ready, because from the embassy they send you back to the visa place and they tell you when your thingy will be ready. Sometimes they call you, sometimes they tell you to call them, so it's way better if you call them. So after you call them, you go and pick your passport. Obviously you had already paid. For the visa fees, I paid 8,000. I think that's the constant visa fee. But if you want an emergency visa, you can do like 12K. It comes out in 2 days if you're in a hurry. So at that time, yes, I was in a hurry and bruh, I think I paid 10K. I don't remember. So once all that is done, you do all that process. So according to what I told you with my business visa, it's basically more of the same thing once your visa gets approved. Like you'd have to book your flight, check your baggage allowance. Obviously, if you're coming on business visa, you're coming with empty suitcases. So you're coming to do like business, right? But one thing I need to remind you guys that if you're coming on student visa, you cannot work in China. So that's one of the challenges I'm going to talk about in my next video. So I hope you guys are gonna tune in. You cannot work in China. So yeah. So you need to like keep your university, like all the documents, the bank statements, everything. You need to travel with them because at some point you need them. Like copies, travel with copies. And don't put your passport and all your important documents in checked luggage, because sometimes they ask for it in the airport. When you get there, they will ask you, like, let's say for example you book your flight to like Guangzhou first, you're spending a few days here. Obviously they're going to ask you when is your flight from Guangzhou to like your province. That is a very important thing that people don't take note of. And some people get sent back because you come here and you think you want to have fun. Anyway, that's very important. So I think at the immigration, you'll need your passport and relevant entry document. This is where you'll explain that getting your So yeah, this is where like you're going to like the immigration officer is obviously going to ask you a few questions. Please don't panic. Don't panic. I don't know why people panic when they get to immigration. That's one thing people do. So once you get here, your school is going to do the process of your visa processing, because when you get on X1 visa, you get like, they give you 3 months. Then your school is going to help you apply a Chinese residence permit within 30 days of entering China. So the school is going to take care of your process. And things that agents don't tell you when you apply for schools and you end up paying agent fee only. They don't tell you there's visa fees. They don't tell you there's insurance. They don't tell you there's SIM card. Like there's so many hidden fees. But again, that's all, because the school is going to help you register your accommodation, getting your residence permit. Sometimes they will help you like get your Chinese SIM card, some schools, and your bank account. But for me, my school didn't help me get a bank account. I'd highly recommend you download your WeChat and Alipay before you get here. Yeah. And a VPN if you talk to family members in your country. So you're going to do medical exams. You're going to have to do medical exams. Like it's a thing here. You need to do medical exams because the school requires them. So yeah, I think that's it for like whatever you need to know on the process that I used to come to China. So let not anyone lie to you that you can come on a study visa and work. Please don't be lied to, because my dear, your visa is gonna get cancelled. Don't ask me how I survive. I just survive. So yeah, I think I'm going to do another video. I wanted to make this video as short as possible and a very detailed, and I hope you guys are going to like watch out for the next part, since this is only the first part. So please, I don't want to talk much, but I'm going to, in my other videos, I hope you'll be here, and we are going to talk about like life in China. I don't want my vlogs to be boring, of course, and life in China, like how am I surviving in China, the school system in China. Bruv, it's quite a lot, and in as much as I'm engaging you guys in my vlogs, I needed you to see like this other side of China. So comment down below if you want more vlogs like this, and I hope I was as detailed as possible, because I didn't want to say everything all at once. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for subscribing. Keep on subscribing. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if this video helped you, or you think it's going to help someone who wants to come to China, please share the link. Anyway, bye, and see you next time, because Stephanie is here and I'm going to give you every little details that people don't give you. Anyway, bye.